Good evening and welcome. When this week began, hardly anyone was talking about a storm named Helene. Tonight, it's all anyone is talking about along the Florida coast and across the deep south. As we come on the air right now, Category 4 Hurricane Helene powering its way ashore on Florida's iconic Big Bend region. Forecasters have warned it could gain even more strength before official landfall just a few hours from now. The hugely powerful storm captured in these images, taken from a Hurricane Hunter plane, producing sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. The sprawling mass of Helene, a jaw-dropping 500 miles in diameter. Already tonight, some dramatic images of the storm surge, water rushing beneath Florida's Matlacha Bridge, a storm surge of up to 20 feet forecasted. Virtually the entire west coast of Florida under hurricane and storm surge alerts. Georgia and South Carolina also in the line of fire tonight. We'll get to Al Roker for the latest tracking in just a moment, but let's start in Tallahassee with Tom Llamas. Tom, what are you expecting there?
Lester, good evening. Some are calling this Tallahassee's most dangerous storm event ever. You can see the streets are empty right now. People are hunkering down. The rain is just starting to pick up. It is quite calm right now, but we know it's going to be a very, very violent night. As you just showed our viewers, this is a massive storm affecting almost all of Florida, and right now on a collision course with millions of its residents. Tonight, that monster hurricane Helene aiming for Florida's capital, destroying these docks as Tallahassee braces for catastrophe.
This area has not had a major hurricane hit in quite some time, and certainly nobody in recent memory has seen a storm of this magnitude that has hit.
With a foot of rain and triple-digit winds in the forecast, residents bracing for power outages and floodwaters raging in. Authorities urging everyone to get inland fast. Sergeant, you just came over here to tell us something important. What was that news?
Well, that evacuation is mandatory, and as you can see by the water, it's just going to get worse. So we need to make sure everybody's cleared out of here as quick as possible and as safe as possible.
A hurricane so severe, the National Weather Service calls the storm surge potentially unsurvivable. 46 million under flood alerts, 20 million at risk for tornadoes. And Helene's fury could turn trees into weapons.
You can have a great home that can withstand a Category 3 storm, winds. It's a lot more difficult to withstand a big tree falling on your roofs.
As hazardous tides menace the Big Bend region, some coastal towns could see storm surges 20 feet high. This weekend was supposed to be a big money festival at John Turner's Bar. Instead, it's a disaster. You're obviously taking this thing seriously. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, we, prepare for the worst, obviously, and hope for the best and pray for the best.
For many, shelters are the only way to stay safe. That's where Naomi Alonzo and her 3 kids will ride it out.
Well, because, we've never been through a hurricane like this big, and we would just rather be safe than, just in case.
Tonight, as the full force of Helene lands on shore, local officials with a final warning.
If you're just bound and determined to stay and not get out of harm's way, go ahead and take a black magic marker, write your name, your social security number, everything on the armor. We can identify you.
That's a sobering message, Tom. What are some of the big concerns for the state's capital tonight as the storm moves in?
Well, Lester, you heard the governor say it right. They want to make sure Tallahassee is ready. They haven't seen a storm like this in a very long time. One of the big concerns, these beautiful live oak trees, they are all over Tallahassee, right? They provide beautiful tree cover, but when they come down, they can be incredibly dangerous. We are now talking about a Category 4 storm that could turn this city upside down.
All right, Tom Llamas, thank you. The impact of this hurricane is being felt well beyond Florida. Priya Sridhar is in Atlanta. Priya, what's the situation there tonight?
That's right, Lester. Businesses and schools here in Atlanta are already closed. Officials say hurricane force from Helene will be felt here in the city and across the state. Warning of life-threatening and catastrophic flooding and the potential for sustained power outages. Tonight, millions are being urged to stay off the roads as we brace for Helene's impact. Lester?
Priya Sridhar tonight. Thank you. Al Roker is tracking the storm. Al, what's the latest?
Okay, 130-mile-per-hour winds, but it's moving a little faster now, moving northeast at 23 miles per hour, a Category 4 storm with tornado watches from the Carolinas down to the Keys. Some tornado warnings embedded in there as well. Landfall somewhere tonight between 8 and 11 p.m. And what we're looking at is that dangerous storm surge, 10 to 20 feet from Apalachicola to south of Cedar Key. Tampa Bay may see its all-time worst. Wind Wind gusts from 75 to 110 miles per hour along the Florida Panhandle. Tomorrow, as we move into Georgia, 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts all along the I-95 corridor. A lot of damage. We could be looking at a major flood event across the Appalachians, but down in the Panhandle into the mid-Appalachians, we're talking, Lester, 10 to 20 inches of rain. The flooding could be catastrophic, lasting right on into early next week.
This is going to be a tough one. All right.
Yeah.
Al, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.